After arriving in Chile, I took a flight from Santiago to Punta Arenas. Punta Arenas is the most popular way to get to the Chilean side of Patagonia. From Punta Arenas, I took a bus to Puerto Natales, where I spent 2 nights before heading off to Torres del Paine. Before going to Torres del Paine, I walked around Puerto Natales and saw all the beauty it has to offer, and I want to share that in this video. I will basically be walking around the town and showing you everything I saw there. This scene is of my arrival in Punta Arenas, which was very windy at the time, but the plane was very large. It was a wide-body 787, so it did not get affected much by the wind. I took bus Sur from here, which took about 2.5 to 3 hours. The roads were very nice and very empty, and the scenery was just flat plains and very just calm scenery. Please enjoy the video and don't forget to like and subscribe. Hi, I'm in Puerto Natales and I'm walking through the town right now. I'm near the center of the town, so I'll just walk around it and show you guys what it's like. There are a lot of dogs in Puerto Natales, just street dogs everywhere that enter the hostels and houses, I guess. The weather is a nice 16 degrees Celsius with 30 km/h winds, which is light, I guess, for this region of the planet. And it just feels very nice. Like I can walk in this weather all day. I have this light jacket on, which I guess I might be fine without even. Overall, really good weather. The hostel I'm staying in, Jagenhaus, is pretty small and very family style, and from the looks of it, all the hostels in this area are very small and yeah, family run, I guess. They seem to be very clean, organized, super friendly. Yeah, very happy with the hostel here. There's a mini market here that I might stop at on my way back to the hostel. Yeah, right now I'm walking towards the shore or the coastline. Not coastline, I guess, since we are inland, but there are the yeah, not sure what this body of water is called, like a lake, river, inlets. But anyways, I'm walking towards the water, and the first place to see at the waterfront will be Mul Vihoe. Not sure how exactly it's called. The wind feels really nice, very pleasant wind. You can see some mountains on the far end there. All across the road here. The roads are very well maintained and built. Oh, I can see the water. Looks beautiful. Patagonia store in Patagonia. So this is the company that I've booked a few of my campsites for the road circuit. Yeah, I can see the water and the currents, so you can tell that it's quite windy from the trees moving and the water moving up front. I'm not even sure how well my audio is being recorded with this wind. Here's the water. Oh, this is stunning. So gorgeous. I can really feel the wind out here.
expected the world, but it flew away from her reach, so she ran away.
For the rest of the video, you'll just be hearing the music because it was very windy along the waterfront, and anything I said was recorded very choppily or is just not audible. So I'll just be trying to cover anything I said with voiceovers. I think at this time I was just saying that the waterfront is really beautiful to walk along and just talking about the wind, and yeah, it was really beautiful. Now that I think about it, it was a very nice waterfront, and seeing the mountains on the other side was nice, and it was very empty too. I made a point of that. Not many tourists walking along this. In the national park itself there were tourists, and in the center of the city in Puerto Natales there were, but not so many along this waterfront.
The stormy night, away she flies, and dream of stormy skies. She said, oh, I know the sun was set to rise. This could be paradise. This could be paradise. Oh, this could be
And right here is a skate park. I was very surprised to see it. I did not expect there to be many skaters in Puerto Natales. And the location of this skate park is one of the most beautiful I've seen, just along the waterfront with all the mountains in its view.
feeling my way through the darkness, guided by a beating heart. I can't tell where the journey will end, but I know where to start. They tell me I'm too young to understand. They say I'm caught up in a dream. Well, life will pass me by if I don't open up my eyes, so that's fine by me. So wake me up when it's all over, when I'm wiser and I'm older. All this time I was finding myself and I didn't know I was lost. So wake me up when it's all over, when I'm wiser and I'm older. All this time I was finding myself and I didn't know I was lost.
I was surprised that I could just walk out on this because it looked a little scary and actually dangerous, because with the heavy winds, there is definitely a possibility that someone can just fall in the water as soon as the railing ends and it's just these ropes. And even more surprised when I see that near the very end of this, there are no ropes to protect it. So yeah, but it was very beautiful to be able to walk out so close to the water, just a few feet above from the water, feeling the wind. I thought of using my tripod to take some photos here, but the wind scared me because the tripod would definitely have fallen down and possibly into the water too. This was a little creepy, a little teddy bear without a head.
I didn't know I was lost. I didn't know I was lost. I didn't know I was lost. I didn't know.
I took some photos near the water, so that's why I stopped recording. And after walking away from there, now that I continue walking, I am recording again. Yeah, it was a nice stop to see the skate park and get close to the water. And yeah, here I observed that there's a nice bike lane, which is very pleasant to see. The roads are small, just single lane roads, and a nice path to walk along with a bike lane. It's just what a good city needs.
I had a dream so big and loud. I jumped so high, I touched the clouds. Whoa, oh, 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 oh. I stretched my hands out to the sky. We danced with monsters through the night. Whoa, oh, 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 oh. I'm never gonna look back. Whoa, I'm never gonna give it up. No, please don't wake me now. This is gonna be the best day of my life. My life. This is gonna be the best day of my life. My I howled at the moon with friends, and then the sun came crashing in. Whoa, oh, 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 oh. But all the possibilities, no limits, just epiphanies. Whoa, oh, 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 oh. I'm never gonna look back. Whoa, I'm never gonna give it up. No, just don't wake me now. This is gonna be the best day of my life. My life. This is gonna be the best day of my life. My life.
This is one of the most popular bus companies in this region, and I highly recommend them. I used their bus to go from Punta Arenas to Puerto Natales and back, and then from Puerto Natales to Torres del Paine and back as well. So I took 4 total buses, and they were all on time, and they arrived on time as well. So very good experience, and the buses had nice large windows to allow for really nice views. So yeah, I highly recommend them. And booking them is maybe a little tough, but I booked them through Busbird. They also have a direct website you can use, but it was hard to use English on it. So if you're comfortable with Spanish, it might just work fine. Otherwise, Busbird was good, and I was able to get the same rates as their official website. And booking in person was also very easy at the bus stop in Puerto Natales.
bothering you? Do you wanna talk? We share the last line, then we drink the wall till we wanna talk. I go round and round, satellite, spinning out, waiting for you to pull me in. I can see you lonely down there. Don't you know that I am right here? Spinning out, waiting for you to pull me in. I can see you lonely down there. Don't you know that I am right here? I'm in an LA mood, don't wanna talk to you. She said give me a day or two. I go round and round, satellite, spinning out, waiting for you to pull me in. I can see you lonely down there. Don't you know that I am right here? Spinning out, waiting for you to pull me in. I can see you lonely down there. Don't you know that I am right here? Right here, spinning out, waiting for you. I'm here, right here, wishing I could be there for you. Be there for you. Be there for you, spinning out, waiting for you to pull me in. I can see you lonely down there. Don't you know that I am right here? Spinning out, waiting for you to pull me in. I can see you lonely down there. Don't you know that I am right here? Spinning out, waiting for you to pull me in. I can see you lonely down there. Don't you know that I am right here?
First time I saw you, I knew right away. Made up my mind you would be mine someday. You know I need you, so don't turn away. 'Cause at the end of the day, I'll be alright. Still I'm praying that you change your mind. I'll be okay. 'Cause you'll come around eventually. Hey, hey, hey. When I love someone, I'm loving all the way. Hey, hey, hey. You know I'm the one to take you all the way. I know you're hoping we just let it go. 'Cause I just won't stand to watch you walk alone. And don't be afraid, you're not on your own. As long as you know we'll be alright. Still I'm praying that you change your mind. I'll be okay. Be okay. 'Cause you'll come around eventually. Hey, hey, hey. When I love someone, I'm loving all the way. Hey, hey, hey. You know I'm the one to take you all the way.
Now I'm close to the end of this waterfront. This point had a hand sticking out of the ground. The tallest finger was about double my height, so like between 3 to 4 meters or around 10 feet or so. The thumb, you can see how high it was based on my touch.
All I need's a little love in my life. All I need's a little love in the dark. A little, but I'm hoping it might kickstart me and my broken heart. I need a little loving tonight. Hold me so I'm not falling apart. A little, but I'm hoping it might kickstart me and my broken heart. Yeah. Shotgun aimed at my heart. You got one. Tear me apart and there's some. How do we call this love? Whoa, oh, oh. I try to run away, but your eyes tell me to stay. Oh, why do we call this love? Whoa, oh, oh. It seems like we've been losing control. Somebody tell me I'm not alone when I say all I need's a little love in my life. All I need's a little love in the dark.
I couldn't find any crosswalk, so I'm just crossing near the stop sign, which I thought is the best, and going towards the statue, which seemed like a bear to me, but it had a long tail, so I wasn't sure. But it happens to be an extinct animal from this region.
Some part of you just hates me. You pick me up and play me. How do we call this love? Whoa, oh, oh. One time, tell me you need me tonight. To make it easy, you lie and sing a song for love. Whoa, oh, oh. It seems like we've been losing control. Somebody tell me I'm not alone when I say all I need's a little love in my life. All I need's a little love in the dark. A little, but I'm hoping it might kickstart me and my broken heart. I need a little loving tonight. Hold me so I'm not falling apart. A little, but I'm hoping it might kickstart me and my broken heart. Whoa, whoa, me and my broken.
Thank you for joining me as I walked in Puerto Natales. I will be making more videos about Torres del Paine and the O circuit that I did there. For the rest of this video, I'll just show you some of the restaurants I visited and the good food you can find in Puerto Natales and my recommendations. Napoli was one of my favorite, with very light and healthy pizzas with a lot of vegetarian and vegan options, and the tiramisu was great too. Restaurante de Chef had the highest quality food I had in Puerto Natales, with really good salmon and meat platter and delicious raspberry juice. I also recommend Base Camp, where I had my first meal in Puerto Natales after really long flights. They have good seating, good pizzas with really nice crust. The vegetable salsa gnocchi at Cafe Artimana was the best I've ever had. Lastly, I want to give a huge shout out to Yagan House. I highly recommend this hostel. They have both hostel style dorms with bunk beds, as well as private rooms with shared bathrooms, as well as private bathrooms at very affordable prices. Their lounging area is very nice too, with a lot of plants, and the breakfast is really nice with freshly cooked eggs and cereal, milk, coffee, tea, bread, and plenty of juices.